Hello, my name is Justin Lee, and we're going to be going over the section nuclear power from pages 277, and my part ends at 278. So basically, they start up with what we learned in chapter 7, that when a large nucleus splits into two, energy releases is about 100 megavolts of energy, and it's 100 million times more than per molecule than coal. So not only is the nuclear energy much more efficient, and it's also a very valuable source of energy. So they have this conversion chart here, so they show us where it is. And then they have an example: if uranium-235 absorbs a neutron, the uranium-236 formed will undergo fission. But naturally occurring uranium only contains 0.7% 235 uranium. So they explain that before naturally occurring uranium can be used as fuel, the original amount must be increased by 3%, and this is called an enrichment. Then we go into a chain reaction. If a uranium nucleus was, if we added a neutron to the nucleus, it would increase the energy of the nucleus, but because they can't get rid of it, the energy it splits into two, like this example here. They added a neutron to the uranium, and because they can't hold the binding energy, it would split into two. And this would constantly go over until the entire reaction stops, because it cannot sustain this amount of energy in order to hold it. So it would split, and as it splits, neutrons would enter another nucleus, and then they would split even more, and then they would keep going. Moderation. And I'm going to be going over the moderation part. Now, neutrons, when they're going into a nucleus, they usually travel very fast, and when they travel very fast, they usually just go straight past the nucleus. And they say that in terms of kinetic energy, they travel at they have to travel with about 1 electrovolt. I think this is electron, which is much less than a normal speed of when nuclear fission happens, which is a lot of megavolts. So what they do is they have a moderator, so in order to slow down the reaction. So it acts as a buffer. So for instance, they have a visual example. So when it splits, a neutron goes through, and then a neutron goes through a moderator, and then it would hit the other nucleus.